Good evening, Super Metroid fans. That's right. We've got even more multi-category tournament action coming your way right here on Speed Gaming. I'm with Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to be commentating yet another race tonight, but this time it's between jooniejoone and BeeptodahBoop. Don't think for a second that I'm by myself, though. I'm joined by the one, the only Vincent RTA. What is going on, Vincent?
Hey, how's it going, Hockey Towner? I'm good tonight. I'm ready to watch this race with Junie and Beep to the Boop. You got to watch a gem in your last one where both runners were finishing up Mother Brain pretty much together. What less than a minute or so between their finishes. So hopefully we get that here. That'd be great.
Yes, I completely agree, Vincent. That was a crazy race there between Sentient Flatbread and Sloters 27. Wow, this tournament has really delivered on some really hype matchups, no matter the records, no matter the playoff implications. And I'm hoping that we got the same thing here. And it looks like we're off to a start here, Vincent. Tell us about the mode for this week.
Okay, so mode for this week is Chozo as our first one. So that means all of our all the major items you would need, like the minimum number of items that you would need to win the game, are through the Chozo statues. So that means that you could potentially beat your first boss, or find the first Chozo statue and only get missiles, because that is one of the required items to beat the game. Though you could also find plasma. So it limits the number of locations that the players are looking for, which with the area, with this week a light area, as I've seen in some of these seeds, tend to lead to a little bit more linear outcome in the long run for some of these runners. So we'll see how that plays out here. And then the last one is that we also have boss rando. So we'll see who ends up where. I've seen a lot of Ridley and crate switches, but hopefully we see something a little bit more interesting this week.
No, you absolutely said it, Vincent. These settings are just, it's almost like the situation is primed to deliver us a really interesting race. So far, nothing too interesting yet. We do have Morphing Ball and a Missile Pack, but there's still so many checks to make.
That feels so vanilla. Is this even randomized?
Well, like the last race, we had a totally vanilla early supers. Every item at early supers was vanilla. We had vanilla space jump, but that missile in the ceiling, Vincent, that is not vanilla whatsoever. And that's
Nope.
15 missiles in retro grin, no supers, no power bombs. So we will not be able to scope out the so-called meme route portal there.
That feels like way more missiles than I want to start with. I've seen some of the runners get. I've seen some of the runs this week. Some of the races where they didn't even get missiles until like 5-6 minutes in, and I think the players are very okay with that because they had supers. So we'll see. The players are going to head up here. The lack of power bombs means that they're going to have to find a bomb type item to be able to do a lot of progressions. So, do you want to talk about kind of what happens in the light area? What happens to some of the transitions and changes they make to allow runners to get to the different areas early if need be?
Oh, I know a couple of them. I know that in the case of Green Hill Zone and Green Brinstar, I know that they eliminated that blue gate. Normally, you would need Wave Beam to be able to traverse right to left with that transition. Also, the transition at the top of Green Hill is no longer a power bomb door. It is just a regular, flashing door, signifying that it is a portal. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna phone a friend here. I'm gonna use one of my lifelines, Vincent, because I'm not too familiar with the other features of Area Rando.
Those are the bigger ones. Some of it has to do with the limited number of locations that each of the areas, like criteria,
Oh,
will lead to.
of course.
Yeah, criteria will lead. Oh, well, we have. Speaking of vanilla,
Well, this is going to be interesting because they have so many missiles, but BT is going to be able to use that wave attack. But they should be able to just deliver an absolute fusillade of regular missiles here.
Oh,
Yeah, like I
nice
mean,
short, super short fight there for Junie. Junie just makes like nothing work of that statue. No more no more life for BT.
that's right. And I did see Beep kind of burn some missiles to avoid having to contend with that extra attack that BT has if you're carrying too many missiles. But really nice fights from both runners here. I was unfamiliar with BeeptodahBoop before this tournament, but he's really impressed. He's impressed me, impressed a lot of people with his gameplay. jooniejoone, though, a seasoned veteran rando runner. Definitely just some more of the esoteric categories to it. There are the supers at 230. So we
Yeah,
do have some
actually,
supers now.
Junie is currently training for a different kind of one of the Super Metroid variants to try to work on one of the records. So I saw him working on it this week. So definitely an experienced runner. But that's been, I think, one of the funnest parts of this uh, this tournament is the number of new racers that we're seeing,
For sure.
and more on top of that, the level of movement we're seeing from those runners it's been awesome. Like we're just seeing we're seeing the level of the game get better and better and better, and these runners are uh proving their dedication to this almost 30 some year old game.
Yeah, I mean, it's so exciting that the randomizer has really kept this game really fresh. Not to take a single thing away from the vanilla speedrunning of this game, but the randomizer and bingo and all the other different modes has really just like it's really given a new lease on life to this game and brought in a ton more runners that we might not have otherwise seen. And with a turnout for this Swiss rounds in this tournament, I mean, we had over 80 entrants in this tournament, Vince, and it's just been wonderful to see. Absolutely
Yeah,
wonderful.
and I think we're going to continue to see a trend of that moving forward. More and more runners getting into this. I actually ran my first randomizer seed ever this week. At least Super Metroid randomizer. I play a lot of Final Fantasy VI randomizer, the Worlds Collide randomizer. But this is
Right on.
this is the this is the first week I did this, and I think we're seeing anyone who watches it, I think we're going to see more of it. And
Yeah,
in
I think
chat,
so
they're
too.
telling us 28 years.
Yep, 28 years. I mean, this game's been able to order a beer for 7 years in the U.S. But power bombs at Gauntlet here, and that Gauntlet check very treacherous with just bombs and only just no suit and just the original starting amount of energy, so just 99 energy. It's been wonderful to watch these runners just kind of very carefully work their way through this Gauntlet check, but they still are going to check the back of Gauntlet as well.
Yeah, and it's something about it speaks to their talent, and seeing them be able to traverse through this. This is a dangerous area to do at this level, but hey,
Yeah.
look, we're gonna pick up some more supers and our first E tank. This is not one of the logic E because it's not off a Chozo statue. But these extra E tanks are huge.
Oh, big time. Energy conservation is so important in randomizer, especially without having the Varia suit to protect in superheated rooms. But great pickup here for Beep to get those supers. Definitely skip 230, which was for Junie, the first super pack that he found. And cutting back to Terminator to get yet another E-Tank. And so that one more E-Tank or reserve tank could put some of the shorter hell runs into logic.
Now we're going to see one of our first major transitions, and that is back a wreck ship. So immediately exiting out of there.
Yeah, that's a huge part I feel like of area rando is just the knowledge that you gain from checking these portals. You can kind of deduce where certain portals might be given what you've already found. And this is a great find here, going to Green Hill Zone. Getting another energy tank, so 3 energy tanks total for this seed so far, Vincent.
That's huge because that means a potential early hell run is going to be a lot more possible. Those week 6 does allow for hell runs, as someone asked in chat. I saw a couple the other day. I saw an entire suitless, no gravity only finish of a race the other day. So yeah, hell runs are definitely a thing here.
Wow, extra healthy seed here, Vincent. A fourth energy tank
Wow.
found at charge. And we're gonna see, I mean, we've got power bombs, so we can do wave gate. And we're gonna see all the clears here. All
And
the
here's one of the differences you're gonna see in this over like the major minor is this this Spospo check,
yeah.
which is not normally one you're gonna check in any of the other randomizers. Really, you only see this in Hundo. We're gonna get a grappling beam back there. So grappling beam does have one really good use. It helps us farm faster.
What about the dragon quick kill? I love the dragon quick kill.
Well, hopefully they both pick up. Hopefully they both pick up charge and plasma and we can have some microwave shrimp tonight.
Could have some microwave shrimp. It's a great way to become the least popular coworker at your workplace if you microwave your shrimp in the cafeteria. No, don't take me out of context, Vincent. But
all right. So we've got. This is an important number. We just hit 15 power bombs.
Yeah.
I say that's an important number because if for some reason there is a hell run, getting above that 10 mark means that you have enough for a crystal flash. So that is a bonus.
Yeah, big bonus. Crystal Flash potential there. If Varyasuit is just buried in some incredibly out-of-the-way location or speed-locked in wreck ship or something like that, that having enough Crystal Flash ammo could definitely turn the tide in this seed. Now, interesting here that Beep is checking this. Oh, it is more power bombs, so that's going to bring him up to 15, 20 if he grabs them on the way out, but Junie with charge beam here at Brinstar Reserve.
And another E-Tank! Wow, this is being, like, the randomizers are typically pretty stingy with E-Tanks, and this seed is being very generous with that E. Now, what this will see, and we'll see this a little bit transition, I would expect that Junie picked those missiles up because they were literally right there. I don't see Junie picking up a lot of regular missile packs after this, mainly just supers. Because that charge beam now means, charge beam means that he can finish damage-wise and everything. Another E-Tank! You've got to be kidding me!
That's crazy. 6 tanks in less than 15 minutes?
And none of these have been Chozo statue tanks yet, so...
Oh my gosh.
So, wow, okay.
Yeah, because is there at least 3 Chozo tanks, or is there 2?
3 and a reserve,
the
reserve
and a reserve. Yeah, so 4 of those Chozo statues are going to be energy based, but our runners already have a maximum of 6 tanks already.
BeeptodahBoop is going to be very excited to see that that charge beam in a second here, and Junie's going to check. And finds
another Meridia port.
Another Meridia. A Meridia location to a Meridia location. Okay.
Meridia connecting to Meridia through the tube. Where to now is the question. Still got the Spazer check out. Spazer, great location. Great check here right after the tube. Ooh. Chozo missile. Didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be another energy tank, to be honest.
Right? But now just standard missiles, which is not exciting. But with grapple coming through here into red power, I think we're going to see an immediate X-ray check coming from Junie.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful with that grapple beam.
But it has the grapple beam, so that kind of makes me sad. I love watching the runners do the grappleless X-ray check because it's such a cool thing to watch them maneuver and execute. But this is just automatic and easy for Junie. He'll fly right across here with that grapple beam.
No question about it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The way they manipulate the position of the waiver, how they take damage off of spikes and take damage off the waiver to deboost. It's just
And
it's
get
a
that
good.
perfect, yeah, that D boost. Oh, space jump. So grapple to get down and space jump to get back. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Great movement item to get here early, especially at X-Ray. It'll be a fast exit for Junie. But
So
yeah, to borrow a phrase from our good friend Professor School, great runner, great commentator, yeah, that what you were talking about, grapple-less X-ray check is like poetry in motion, Vincent.
so Junie is going to be getting out of here, and it's going to figure out some different locations. And you can see Boop to the Boop is just a little bit behind, not really way behind in area. And I think what we'll end up seeing is probably some level of route diversions at some point. Oh, it finds the top of or finds the entrance or Upper Norfair there, so it has that information. But now climbing the top of the Red Tower, I'm going to see where this transition is. Also, we've got another Chozo statue up here.
I was gonna say, yeah, not just the transitions, the two at the top of the tower, but like you said, Vincent, we do have at Alpha PBs, we have another Chozo statue. But yeah, so far, runners. I mean, they're both doing the same route right now. They don't have much choice, but we might get some divergence once things shake up. Once we find out more information where these portals lead.
I think what you're seeing is a little bit of the oh wow, okay. Well, and yeah, and we see, as I predicted, Junie just skipped that regular missile pack, comes right back for this screw attack. So done picking up regular missiles, and now both runners are going to have, Beep to the Boop. I assume will come up and check this quickly as well. Free movement. Lower Nerfair just got a lot easier. Outside of not having Varia suit yet.
Yeah, no question. It looks like Junie actually not checking those two transitions at the top of Red Tower, just going straight down to that Upper Norfair elevator.
Well, I think in Junie's mind, it's, hey, these are going to let me go check. There is a transition here to check, and that's huge to find. The back of or the back of Lower Norfair. That makes getting to getting down to the Ridley location much easier.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Love the back entrance to the Lower Norfair there. And Junie wasting no time on these hell runs, heading right for Ice Beam here.
Junie, it looks possessed tonight. Just his movement is extra crisp tonight. I watch him run quite often, and it's really on tonight. And Beep to the Boop is showing a lot of resolve and a lot of great play. Holding up and just not really being that far behind Junie at all here. Oh, ooh. Ice is gravity.
Gravity suited ice. Looks like Beep was gonna check that portal, but now gonna pick up. I believe this was screw attack, but yeah, huge pickup for Junie there at ice. Still has more the high jump items to check, and then that long slog all the way to Bauble Mountain. Yeah, interesting seed so far. This has been really good, and like you said, Junie's looking razor sharp, but not to take a single thing away from Beep. Beep's movement has looked pretty crispy too.
Oh no, for sure. Again, it's proving dedication by some of these runners, and I hope we see more of Beep to the Boop in future tournaments as well. This is the first event I've seen Beep's in, so hopefully there's a lot more in the future. Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
What is with, dude?
This is the most generous seed ever.
I am absolutely cursed. Every time I've tracked or commentated, except for like 1 or 2 times, the suits have been next to each other like that. That is unbelievable.
Are you kidding me? Now it does definitely pick up these super missiles, because as I said, the supers, you're going to want at least 35 to take down a Ridley fight, but the more the better.
Oh yeah, I've always said, Vincent, more ammo, more better. But got just under 4 full tanks here for Junie as he starts into about to go into Cathedral here, but Beep, we want you to go to Upper Norfair. You gotta go get those suits. I hope this is Meridia. I really hope at the top of this elevator is a Meridia transition. I'm hoping against hope here, Vincent.
It's
it
moat.
is the moat.
But
that's interesting.
Proceeding forward and not going back. This could be. Yeah, this is putting Joonie miles ahead now with both those suits. Is gonna, at this point, Joonie is looking for a way to get past the a way to get Beep to the Boop does find Turian. That is a nice. Big help.
At the bottom of crabs there.
Joonie's looking for the way. Yeah. Joonie's looking for the way to get through Batwoon and get back to the Dragon fight. So gonna need either ice or speed, and then hopefully a plasma beam, and that's or any of the beams like wave beam as we see that.
How about wave it wave? My goodness.
Yeah, this has been extremely generous, and we still have a decent amount of checks that will be along the way. What we haven't seen so far, we haven't seen Kraid's Lair. That's one that Joonie's definitely going to be looking for at this point. Very much wants to start those boss transitions with this kind of loadout.
Yeah, this is pretty nice equipment to have to start your boss fights, but it looks like Beep working his way back up the red tower, trying to check that transition, and it's Crockemeyer found for Joonie, and Joonie not looking for dead ends right now.
Nopes out immediately. I don't blame him here. It's only one check back there, and of everything there, whatever's there is not worth the time. So zero shock at all to see him nope out. Now, I did see in a match when Crockemeyer was running, both players ran Croc, but that just, that seems par for the course.
No question. But Beep to the Boop heading down to Upper Norfair, hopefully going to be checking ice first. Well, it doesn't really matter what order he checks them. He's going to be picking up both suits if he full clears Business Center. I just hope that he doesn't wait to grab Gravity on the way out. I really want him to grab it now before starting, the hell run to Bubble Mountain. But
the other thing that Joonie did was skip checking speed. Oh,
that's a good point.
I think Joonie at this point is just like, you know what, and does find Kraid's Lair. I think Joonie's like, you know what, we'll probably take a save here because I don't think he's ammo ready for a Ridley fight.
I think it would be extremely hard with 20 supers. I mean,
and charge wave.
Charge wave, yeah, that's a tough fight. It's a slow fight. Yeah, might not want to do Ridley right this second.
Now the best thing I think the best thing you could find here is Fantoon.
Yeah, he's perfectly set up for a Fantoon fight, but also a Dragon fight. Like he could go for the quick kill. He's got decent ammunition for that. Definitely possible. I love this from Beep.
I want that Fantoon fight so that he can go right to Rex Ship with it turned on.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, Rex Ship could have something really good. Whether behind
especially since we did see him find the back entrance to Rex Ship, so that could mean a quick check of the E-tank and then the right side supers. And this is just vanilla Kraid. So this will be a quick fight and a statue.
Yeah, and all the boss items are the major items behind Ridley. Behind Dre is, of course, the Chozo statue, and behind Kraid counts too. Nice quick kill there from Joonie. But looks like Beep is going to be just farming up a little bit before starting his hell run. And didn't catch the item. What was that, Vincent?
I looked away.
It might have been a missile or something. I think Joonie.
The worst time.
Oh, E-tank. Okay.
Another E-Tank. Yeah, no reason. And already skipped the E-Tank that was up at, um... Skip the E-Tank that was above, or next to the, that's in this room. So, not worried about E-Tank. It's 6, that's far more than enough for Junior to take anyone on, especially having both suits. Doesn't need to worry about anything. Is going to check this E here real quick. Well, it's normally an E-Tank here. More supers,
Ooh,
which...
supers, alright.
That is a super fine.
I don't know what the heck I've been smoking, Vincent. I'm talking about Beep starting hell runs. He's got both suits. He's got Varia's suit. There's no hell runs required. He's got the heat protection. And we are going to see a speed check. This could be something that could turn the tide for BeeptodahBoop.
I think the best thing Beep could find back, like if Beep finds speed or plasma, that's really big here. We know it's
I would take
or
speed.
ice. Or ice would be another good
ice.
big find.
We did see in the last race that, you know, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but
oh
you know,
yeah,
I'm just
ice.
gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna say a word. Watch it on the VOD. You're watching this race right now.
Oh,
and it
speaking
is
of,
good call. Good call, Vincent. Not like you know, plasma's good. But like I said, I would love to see speed there. Speed at speed.
Speed or ice would be the I think the top two, but plasma is definitely. You know, plasma means now if you see X-ray, you've got the microwave beam. If you don't see X-ray, you still have, you know, the far less shots of charged to kill Mother Brain if needed. So yeah, that puts Beep in damage go mode for any of the bosses.
Yeah, for sure, especially if he picks up that wave at wave and gets an even stronger beam attack. I have on good authority, thanks to D-Web, 24 shot Mother Brain 2 with plasma wave charge. So finding that croc transition, and now Vincent Junie's just going full throttle into Lower Norfair here.
No reason not to here. I mean, and you know, nope, not picking nope in those basic missiles. Not even worried about it. Look at this. He's just like, you know what? Who cares about this? You know, who cares about this acid? I'm just gonna go. Junie is, you know, is gonna. Yep, that's a smart check. Take those supers. Yeah, Junie is looking possessed and is just running towards the. And Plasma was at speed.
That's right.
So we've had an interesting mix. You know, we had some early vanilla. We had bombs, you know, vanilla bombs, vanilla morph, vanilla initial missiles. But now we're seeing, you know, like Varia held at high jump boots and gravity at ice. Like that just changed the entire
right on top of each other.
Literally the best locations you could hope for, man. Honestly, this means we're gonna see nothing but Junie jetting to the end here. Yeah, and no both runners can just push right through all the boss fights and run right to Mother Brain. I do not expect this for either runner will be over an hour.
Oh no, not at this rate. The Junie Express is flying down the tracks right now, Vincent, but BeeptodahBoop really isn't that far behind and has a little bit more information than Junie.
Yes, knows where Turian is already. But someone like Junie, and this is the experienced runners, and you know, I'm not sure what Beep's offline experience is, you know, or out of tournament experience, but you know, someone who's run it 100 times, Junie already knows what he hasn't checked, so probably already has a pretty good idea of where Turian is. You know, at least has it eliminated down to like 1 or 2 locations, and there is Dragon, so we're gonna see that grapple beam kill.
I hope so.
I would
love the grapple quick kill on Dragon here.
I would be shocked if we didn't see it. Oh, you're just gonna ignore that one.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I was looking at chat. Shocked if we didn't see it. My goodness, Vincent, the puns, keep them coming. Love good wordplay. But sorry that I left you hanging there. I promise it won't happen again. And if it does, I did it on purpose.
Fair. If I hear the silence in the future, I will know to be offended. All right.
Oh my goodness. Well.
And there's that quick Perfect execution too. Like not even not have hesitation. Dre had no chance.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful from Junie. Well executed. And gonna check this item. It could be something juicy. And it's
Best ball.
Spring Ball. Run is validated. My goodness.
I love seeing spring ball, and that also means can leave that screw attack on and do a spring ball skip through the Zebatites if he wants. Opens
Sure
up a lot of
could.
options, makes some of the movement easier, especially if he remembers it. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've seen runners use bombs to get through areas where I'm like, you've got spring ball, but in all fairness, it's not an item you remember a lot. So when you have it, sometimes you forget it.
Definitely a niche item, but it's capable of some of the swaggiest movement in the entire game. But speaking of swaggy, a plasma wave charge beam opener for BeeptodahBoop's crate quick kill, 4 supers delivered, and electing to pick up that energy tank. So that's 7 energy tanks there for Beep. But Junie's already putting Lower Norfair in his rearview mirror.
Yep, now, and already knows where Meridia is. I don't know if he saw... Oh, he did see the Bacharach ship, so that's already a known location. So Junie is just running to boss chambers.
No question about it. Looks like BeeptodahBoop coming up through the chronic boost room. Heading maybe all the way back to Business Center. It seems to be the play here. Needs to get to Lower Norfair and take on Dre.
Beep is gonna get to Lower Norfair a little bit more traditional way.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see a screw attack check here. If he's gonna take the front way, the front door to Lower Norfair here.
I definitely prefer the other entrance. I'm not sure what Beep would be. Well, you know what? Maybe not as comfortable with the you know, because one of the issues that Junie has right now is he's still the only way he's got through Batwoon right now is a Crystal Flash clip.
That's true, yeah.
So that's something that Beep may be thinking about.
Has defeated Dragon, so if he does find that East Meridia portal, might not need to. But
third shot Green Gate glitch there for BeeptodahBoop, which is that's
brilliant.
I don't know how many times you've attempted that trick, but man, the number of times I failed that trick far over.
You know, I've never gotten a green gate. I've gotten a blue gate in practice. Had a huge pop off when I finally got it, but
it's a good feeling.
Big time. But high jump boot pickup. I would have really liked to have seen ice or speed there for Beep, but yeah, it looks like Junie's into Aqueduct here.
And looks like he's going to check right side sand, yep, which is a Chozo statue. So again, this is an area in Major Minor we see the left side checked a lot. In this, that's a Chozo statue, and that's, I think, the last piece of ammo that we'd see from one of the Chozo statues.
Yeah.
So there is a high possibility that Shaq Tool has a good item hanging out. Just saying for chat, like
I think
Shaq Tool.
I think he took Sandpit, so he's kind of doing like a boomerang here, Vincent.
Yes.
He came through the ohms, or the Evers, not the ohms. The ohms are by the missile refill. Eva room, up into the toilet, down, and then right, and he'll go all the way around Botoon. No need to Crystal Flash Clip.
Judy with a plan, knows what he's doing.
Well. Definitely executing well up through Cack Alley.
Just phenomenal movement tonight.
But Beep's into Lower Norfair, into the Wasteland, doing well to avoid damage from these Tuskegis. But yeah, Junie definitely in the driver's seat here.
A lot easier. Again, this is that time that screw attack is This is one of those areas where the screw attack is probably more useful than most. You know, I mean, getting through some of the areas where you have to break blocks is great, but not having to worry about the 1 to 2 tanks of damage some of the enemies down here can do, even with a full suit combo, it's huge in movement down here.
No question. No question about it. So it's either going to be Fantoon or Ridley here at Dragon.
And it's Fantoon.
It is Fantoon.
So that means when Junie visits Rex ship, it will be on. That's like actually probably the best logic right now, that he knows the back entrance to Rex ship, and if he takes that, he'll be able to check that right side E for. But at this point, I honestly don't know if Junie's really looking for anything.
Well, he'll have to destroy the Zebatites. He does not have speed or ice. And he has plenty of ammo to get through Mother Brain 1, but that is a long Mother Brain 2 fight with just Charge Wave. And I feel like at this point, Vincent, we can consider Plasma to be totally orphaned by Junie.
Oh yeah, Junie will not get Plasma this seed. So that super count is definitely going to help. Currently at 30, will hopefully be a little bit higher. But yeah, gonna have to unload it without some way to skip. At the Zebs is going to have to really think about how many shots and ammo management. A nice Fantoon fight finishes it up. Meanwhile, Beep is working on this Dragon fight.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice Fantoon, but looks like Beep was setting up for the grapple quick kill, but just now Dragon's going after him. Gonna have to just do it the old-fashioned way, wait for Dragon to just kind of swirl around a little bit. Hopefully doesn't attack with that tail too much, but with both suits, you know, plenty of E-tanks. Not really worried about his health here, but just needs to connect on that grapple beam. He can get it diagonally. Yes!
Nice!
Top of the screen kill. I love it from BeeptodahBoop. Let's go.
Very nice. Love to see it.
Yeah, I feel like if Junie comes across 1 or 2 more super packs, I think he'll definitely pick him up, and that'll put him in primo position for Torian.
No reason not to pick up supers, especially not having Plasma Ice to get for the full combo. The supers speed up both the fights that he has left so much, because he's still got Ridley. You know, supers are huge against Ridley, and still has Mother Brain. Gonna need both of those.
No question about it. So we did see Spring Ball skip from Beep. I can understand it. It's pretty late in the seed, for this seed at least. 36 minutes in. You've got almost every other movement item.
So how many of these have you watched where 36 minutes were in the late game?
Not very many. Not very many, I'll be honest, Vincent. We've had some slogs. There've been some hour 30 plus seeds, but yeah, Junie heading all the way back up this final East Meridia portal. And Beep still on the Lower Norfair escape. But just wreck ship Ridley. That's all Junie needs. And then if he can get to Torian quickly.
Yeah, Chad is right here.
Goodness.
Fast seed, slow Mother Brain.
That's true, but look at this routing. Like, just
perfect.
That is just chef's kiss right there. That is fantastic from Junie.
Absolute gem of, movement is outstanding. Ready to go down for this boss fight. Not even worrying, just like, I don't need items. Who needs more items? I'm ready for this boss. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. But I do like this from BeeptodahBoop to pick up those supers. It's got 35 and 30. It's great ammo plus a stronger beam combo. It's been well played from Beep, no question about it. It's just Junie has just been a freight train.
Yeah, just ran into a runner on a mission tonight, just moving with a purpose for sure. Junie has had just outstanding movement, and the other thing is his boss fights have been super crisp tonight.
Oh yeah,
and that's
no question about it.
That's another huge part of this. Getting through the game with clean boss fights can be very difficult, especially this one where it looks like he had that ammo count set up, had those 15 supers ready to go at the end, and knows that Ridley should be pretty close here.
Pretty close.
Just have to, gotta have that. The count can be a little bit tougher when you just got the 2 beams, but there he goes. Ridley is down.
That was a brilliant fight, given the wave charge combo. Just didn't miss any of those 28 supers that he came into the fight with, or however many he had. I think he said 15. And another super pack behind Ridley. My goodness.
Definitely picking that up, no question. And now is just going to head straight. Well, we did see BeeptodahBoop find the Turian transition. Joonie has not actually seen it yet, but again, very likely knows where it is. We'll see if if Joonie does any of these. We'll probably do the right side super check.
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, you've got all you're looking for is Turian. You've got all G4 bosses down. You've had a heck of a seed. You might as well make that check. How about that? How about that spring ball, Vincent?
Speaking of.
Oh, now this is interesting.
Of not gonna check it.
I respect it. I thought he would, but no, just going for it.
Likely is going to check right side E here, coming through here. I think he's going to go out the back door, exit direction. Maybe is that maybe why we're seeing this movement? We'll find out in a minute here.
Possible.
Never mind. Just no check. Joonie is
mode.
Yes. Joonie's plan here is to go right to the end. He has skipped so many checks, but just doesn't care. Yes. Well, no. I think it's Joonie has the confidence in knowing he can beat the game with what he's got, and if he's feeling like and this may be his thought process here too right now. He knows that those suits were together. He's seen how jetty the beginning of the scene is, and might be thinking, I need to push now. I can't wait. I've got to move. I got to go. I got to get to this last fight. I've got 35 supers. I've got 25 regular missiles. He might be feeling comfortable right now with his ammo count and ready to go.
No, for sure. It's a really astute observation, Vincent. I mean, Chad pointing out, you pointing out, I mean, Joonie has skipped a ton, but in the greater strategy of his approach to this seed, those tactical skips have really worked out for him, and now he is just one room away from finding Turian. But Beep's into Coliseum here. Going to be heading to fight Fantoon. But, yeah, I mean, Joonie's race to lose here, Vincent. I mean, just an absolute...
gem tonight.
Play.
Just a gem. This has been phenomenal. It is going to be a long Mother Brain fight. Like, there's no question about that. But, so this is one of the issues. This is where BeeptodahBoop does have an advantage, knowing where Turian is already.
That's true.
So Joonie, I think that was a check Joonie didn't make.
This last portal here from Criteria, and that will lead Joonie where he needs to go.
And that is it. Joonie's in the highway to G4. Boy, that room is just brutally long without speed.
Yeah, it kind of builds the tension, kind of builds the drama up a little bit when you're heading into G4 there. And just like all types of area randomizer, for those of you not in the know, you do not have to find the ship to refill. You get a free refill when you go down the elevator. So screw attack disabled here.
So that is the chat pointed out something. So Joonie is about to go into a 120 shot Mother Brain, but apparently Joonie has done a 900 shot Mother Brain.
That is incredible. 900?
That's what Lomi and Jones pointed out, who's in Joonie's chat a lot. So would know a 900 shot Mother Brain. That just sounds miserable. But
that sounds rough. That sounds rough. So what is that, like starter charge in Dash?
Oh, it was a baby charge. So he was playing a version that was nerfing the charge beam.
Oh my gosh. 900 shots. And the thing about Mother Brain, too, is she gets more aggressive the longer the fight goes on. That's about as long a Mother Brain fight as you can have.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So this is a time that power bomb ammo comes into play. That ship refill is huge, and not having to worry about it. Not having ice means you got to power bomb these stupid Metroids. They're like, hey, we don't die to anything except, you know, somehow we die to missiles with ice. But if we're not frozen, we're just going to be a problem for you. Joonie goes for fine art. Oh, hits the back end of the statue.
Oh my goodness. And as he heads into the baby cutscene, Beep finishes off Fantoon. Still got Ridley at the wreck ship to do. Curious if we're going to see any more checks from Beep, though, on the way.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, with that item loadout, no reason to. This is just go, go, go.
Yeah. But the Joonie executing the old.
We get the Lomian float. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
We missed the Lomian float.
Roll it back. Load up a save state. I gotta have it, Vincent. I gotta have it.
All right, gets through. Gonna recharge, and goes to that Mother Brain fight, which is gonna take a minute or two.
It will, because he definitely has to blow through all the Zebs. Has no Zeb skip potential with his item loadout.
It'll be a long and drawn out Mother Brain fight, but I mean had Beep been a little bit closer, that plasma would have made a huge difference. But Joonie's skipping of a lot of checks and just barreling through, and the routing has made a huge difference here.
Agreed. Yeah, it's been fantastic. I mean, I don't think you could have picked a better route to choose. I mean, yeah, the suits were both in Business Center, but like, who cares? Like, look at his beams, look at his movement items. Like, no speed, no high jump. Those are really comfy items to have, and Joonie is gonna finish in less than an hour, way less than an hour, without some of those really comfy items.
Yeah, it's just impressive. Like, it's been an impressive run. Knows exactly what he needs damage-wise to get through the Zebs, to maximize the missiles back here to break the glass. Gonna have 5 regular missiles and 13 supers left over for Mother Brain. The supers will definitely help here. And here starts this long charge beam shot.
Here we
with
go.
Just charge wave.
I love having 13 supers on tap, though. That was really, really important for Joonie to have that kind of ammunition heading into Mother Brain 2, just to keep this from being too protracted. And
BeeptodahBoop is now headed towards that Ridley fight. And Crate is pointing out it's 90 shots to catch him. So it's gonna save. This is the wise thing, and this is what runners who are newer to this. If you save your supers and your regular missiles for this moment, once you get to catch up, you unload those supers, and you're doing way more damage. You're gonna spend less time in catch-up phase, which is huge. Because the more time you're in that catch-up phase, the more opportunities for just brutal damage are there, where you don't want any of that to happen here.
No, for sure, Vincent. Not only the damage potential, but it, like, for every extra catch-up that Mother Brain does, like, that's just prolonging the fight. Like, it just keeps it, you know, from being finished off and entering the baby cutscene.
As we're seeing these onion rings and French fries and meatballs thrown around, waiting for ketchup.
The Mother Brain Grill is open for business, and it's going to be a long meal, Vincent, for Joonie.
Oh, we'll see if Joonie's able to avoid all of the ketchup, or if he takes one to the face.
I think it's a sucker's bet. I mean, the runner's in chat betting if he's going to take a ketchup to the face.
Anyone
no
want
bet, Joonie.
I would definitely also not take. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
And here
$20
comes
says he has no idea when it's coming. Oh my gosh, Junie, what a good sense of humor about it. That's fantastic stuff.
Unloads those supers, unloads the regular missiles, finishing off these last shots, and we'll see that charge up. There we go. And it's going to damage down to make this a single rainbow beam. And then start that last phase of the Mother Brain fight with that beautiful rainbow beam to take care of Space Karen.
I love it. Oh, this has been start to finish. This has been the jooniejoone show. It's been remarkable to watch. But I am curious what's going to be at Rexship E-Tank here for BeeptodahBoop. Really love to see if it's going to be something good.
Speed.
It is Speed Booster. Oh my goodness.
So Junie left that on the table. Didn't need it though, like honestly, but that
at this point, yeah, at this point in the scene, like getting it as your final item, like I would have loved Ice Beam there, but holy smokes.
on your first playthrough and your moment in this fight, how terrified were you when the baby came onto the screen?
I was kind of mixed. I was like, oh my gosh, now I got to fight both of them. But then, boom, baby to the rescue. It recognized Samus at the previous room, right after that Dust Torizo, if you will. But I mean, the whole sequence with Mother Brain here, and then the music and just her weird like biomechanical T-Rex chicken legs and everything. Like, it's a scary boss. Definitely a scary boss, especially when you're a kid.
Oh yeah, this was always like, this is definitely been one of my favorite games of all time, and that was always a scary moment getting to this fight. But of course, I always came here with like 8 million tanks, and still struggle.
Right.
Still struggle because I definitely don't have the skill that these runners do, where they just plow through these races.
No, for sure, for sure. And looks like Beep's heading back down to old Mother Brain. Maybe going to Retro Bryn. Looking for something. Maybe looking for Ice Beam. Or maybe gonna... Trying to think what he's trying to do.
Yeah, not sure here. Oh, and something you don't get to see often with no speed is the expected exit of this room.
Right.
No speed blocks getting through. And that means we're going to see probably a left side wall jump on the climb.
Gotta love a left side wall jump. Looks like Beep took a little detour there into Retro Bryn, but heading back up the climb now.
All right, Junie is now in the climb. Oh, I stand corrected. Junie's doing right side jumps up this wall. That's so vanilla.
Did get a nice spark there from Beep up the climb, but obviously in a different sequence of the game. Still,
players are both doing climb at the same time, both in parlor at the same time, but definitely in different points of the game here. With Junie coming up to the top of Crateria, about to run out to this ship, and is gonna finish. And get your GGs in the chat ready as jooniejoone finishes as our winner with an official race time of 52:49.
Whew. GG's, Junie. That is one hot time.
That is just jetting through, and that's an example of those the specific choices of skipping some of those checks and just going confident, knowing, I've got charge, I've found this wave beam, I've got what I need, and I can just go, and it showed. And we're going to be joined in chat by jooniejoone here in a second. Hopefully he's got his mic unmuted.
That's half the battle, right, Vincent? And we are joined by today's winner, improving to 3-3 in the Swiss rounds of the Super Metroid Randomizer Multi-Category Tournament 2022 edition, jooniejoone. GG's, what an incredible race.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I mean, Varia and Gravity both like right there in Business Center. That was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
honestly, you know, I've been in your channel for a few years and watched you run. Your movement tonight and your decision making. You look possessed tonight. You were like channeling your inner Zost and Zenny tonight. There was some
my
great,
gracious.
some great movement.
I wasn't gonna mention this, but this morning I got a knock on the door and the devil was out there, and no, it felt good. Yeah, I felt pretty good about my movement and everything. Yeah, the sea just kind of, I don't know. There's not much to say about it. I just felt good about it. I was a little bit scared with the Mother Brain with that wave beam. I had no idea how many shots it was. I knew it was more than 100 and less than 200. I thought maybe 150.
Chad was telling us
150. I don't know.
Chad was telling us it was 120 that you had to.
Oh, 120.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But you know, I just so you're. At what point did you decide I'm not checking anything else? I know it was pretty like there was definitely a point where you're like, you know what? Oh, the only thing I'm going to pick up is supers if they're visible and on the way.
Yeah, and then I just wanted 30 supers. That's all. I would have been fine without finding 30, especially once I found wave. Before I found wave beam, I was like, oh my god, I can't. I gotta find supers or a beam. You know, Mother Brain 300 shots is not fun. But yeah, I mean, once I had the wave beam, I think that was it. And then it was just, you know, I was gonna pick up supers that I found on the way, and
yeah, I kind of predicted that. I'm like, I have a feeling you'll just pick up a couple more supers just so that you have better ammo for the Ridley fight in particular to make that one go by quicker. Because I knew you'd be comfortable with the Mother Brain fight. Even, you know, I've seen you have to take 300 plus shots. I did not know that you once had to take 900 shots at Mother Brain.
Yeah, that was a good time. it took like 20 minutes or something.
Oh my god, 20-minute Mother Brain fight.
Yeah,
no thanks.
Did it 900 shot Ridley too. That was bad. That was worse.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with baby charge with the Varia settings.
That's phenomenal. So I mean, like, this is probably one of the jettier seeds you've gotten in a race setting, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this was really fast. I mean, again, there's really not much to say about it. Everything just sort of fell into place. My strategy with these light area randos is basically clear Criterion clear Criterion early Bryn, and then find green Bryn Star as early as possible. Clear that, then go to Red Tower, and at that point, you know, kind of decide if I have Gravity Suit, then I'll go into Meridia from there. Otherwise, I look for Norfair and hopefully find Varia so I can clear it. Or even if I don't find Varia, if I find enough ammo, I'm not opposed to doing suitless LN, especially with it being boss rando.
Right,
so,
right.
But I mean, this one, I mean, I went into Business Center, found Gravity, and I was very sad about that because I hate getting that far in and then having the prospect of having to go back to Meridia to find a Varia, and then all the way back to Lower Norfair again. I hate that. So, so finding the Varia immediately is like, oh, okay, I know what to do. I know where to go.
Well, and speaking of knowing where to go, I realized that you hadn't checked that right side of Criteria, and there were the only 2 checks left. So, I knew you knew where Turian was. It had to be one of those 2. It was either Moat or the normal top of Red Tower check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Meme Route either yet.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So I was gonna check those 2, and then if it wasn't either of those, then I go down to Meme. But that's what's so cool about light area rando. Like, you don't have to check all the transitions. You can kind of deduce where to go based on what you've already seen, which I don't know. It's just a different mindset, which it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, it certainly adds like the three huge different types of races that are going on. They're like by having even the difference between vanilla area rando and full rando. It's or for areas. It's definitely I watch completely different races every single week because of how just different the strategy ends up being.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even consider area rando and light area rando like in the same realm. They're made up of the areas, but that's it. Like I think through them completely differently when I'm playing them.
And it seemed to play out that way watching runners run because it seems to be that the routing in the long run in the area randos tends to be a little bit more linear. You only have so much backtracking you have to do, or at least that I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
So, full countdown next week. What are your thoughts on the full countdown settings?
What else does it have? It's full countdown and it's random start location too, right?
Full countdown, random start location, area rando, and rando bosses.
Holy
cool.
smokes.
It's everything.
Yeah, so
Kitchen
those
sink week.
I mean, when everything is randomized like that, and especially with area rando, well, specifically with area rando, I tend to stay in areas to check everything before moving on, because like you don't know what's there, like or how deep down the rabbit hole you're gonna go. You might find yourself down a tunnel. You find East Meridia and you check the other side and it's Lower Norfair, and you check the other side and then it's Kraid. And now you've left, I don't know, like a gravity suit, like all the way back at the other side, or even worse if you find Turian on the other side. So now you've found Turian, but you still have bosses to kill, you still have items to find, and it's just a nightmare. So
That's week 7 though, Junie.
yeah. Yeah. But no, I like full countdown. Full countdown is really fun. It's kind of, I don't know, I look at it sort of like a Cadillac of the settings. It feels good.
That's actually the first randomizer seed that I've ever run. I ran it this week was full countdown.
Yeah, how'd you like it?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a blast. And look at this. Beep
I love this.
is doing an animal save. All right,
canonical
loved it.
ending, Vincent.
So there is another runner, Blue Plasma Spark, who goes by Beeps. So we have both Beeps who save the animals. Love it.
Ooh.
That's true.
Look
That
at
is
the
so
look
poetic.
at the, I wanted the Alcatraz. I wanted it so bad.
All right. Well, I'm gonna step out and let you interview BeeptodahBoop. I've had plenty of time, but thanks so much for commentating. And,
Our pleasure for sure.
Yeah,
Our pleasure,
and
Tony.
have a good night. And thanks.
Yeah,
Stack was tracking, right?
Yeah, Stack was tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks Stack for tracking. All right, have a good one.
You too, Junie. So,
Great run,
Beep to the
Junie.
Boop, our runner-up today, Vincent, finishing with an official race time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 2 seconds. GG's to Beep.
That's 1 hour and 2 with a animal save. So,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it was well played. For me, if I ever sat through either full or light area, like I know I would get lost without a tracker.
oh, for sure.
And there's nothing I can do in terms of strats, in terms of movement and stuff like that. But this runner is really impressed. We are joined now by today's runner-up, BeeptodahBoop. GG's, a really interesting seed.
I would say. I was shocked to not find supers after finding my first one in Gauntlet.
Oh my goodness. And then just the suits on suits in Business Center, and just that little, I know this is SpeedGaming, but just that single middle finger of Wreckship E-Tank right before the end giving you speed booster. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and I saw that was it Ice Beam was in Plasma, so
Yeah. So Ice Beam was not joining the party for this scene.
No siree. No
I'm
siree.
glad I took the route I did.
Yeah.
So
So how long have you been running in the Super Metroid randomizers?
so do you mean like running them in general, or like
Yes,
playing in tournaments?
running in general.
In general, I'd say I'd have about a year under my
Okay.
belt.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's solid because these are very, they're obviously totally different than running vanilla, and that this is a great run. This run would have, a lot of runners would be more than happy to have the time that you did tonight, especially 102 with the animal save.
I had to. They were stuck.
I love it. I had to. The animals were stuck. We had to free them. Love it.
That's
Absolutely
phenomenal.
love
Yeah, you looked confident in the decisions you were making, and you knew what you were gonna do and knew what you were ready for.
Yeah, all up until I started going down to Retro Bryn, and then I realized, oh wait, I already know where Torian is. But other than that, yeah, I felt really confident with my routing.
It showed. It definitely showed, like Vincent said, Beep. It was well routed, and it's just that the it seemed like every skip that Junie made, it was just, to put him further and further ahead. He made some really, really, I'd say I wouldn't say really, really, but pretty gutsy skips. We saw you benefit from high jump. We saw you benefit from plasma beam, but Junie,
He skipped
he skipped
speed.
everything.
He skipped speed. He skipped even though he went out of the backside of the wrecked ship, he didn't check that. Junie was just skipping a ton and just kind of, I think after seeing the two suits knew he could do it, but that scene was definitely weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was a
I'm kind
weird
of
one
curious,
for
where did
sure.
Junie get the first super pack?
He had it before you. Trying to remember where.
Was it
where?
Oh, was it 230?
I think it was 230.
Yes, it was 230. Yep.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But then you
Yeah,
both ended up going to Gauntlet, so Junie took a slight super advantage leaving Gauntlet, but you did get supers at Gauntlet, I believe.
I kind of figured that Junie would go for Gauntlet, and I was like, man, I just gotta stick it because one E-tank, or no E-tanks actually, and only bombs. That's kind of a risky one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
something-
You both executed perfectly.
Yeah, you got out of the back with 84 energy. I was like, wow, okay, that's that's really impressive because that's definitely difficult movement to go undamaged through Gauntlet.
Yeah, I was taking it very safe. Basically, every time the lava came back, I just stood and waited for the next one.
Yeah, no reason not to be extra careful because it'd be very easy to die at that point, and then you're really in trouble. Even Junie in chat says the back of that place is scary. Yeah. So finding the power bombs made going through the backside of Gauntlet possible, or a lot
Yeah.
easier.
For sure.
Beep, any last thoughts?
I was very thankful to find Dragon. I think it was in Ridley's lair.
Yes.
Yeah. Without that, I would have had a much slower time. Because without the back door and Ice Beam being all the way in Plasma, it's just rough.
No doubt.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be a little bit of extra time routing, but yeah, great job. Definitely good luck in your race next week. Obviously, we'll see who your matchup is on late Sunday, because we do have a 10-10 race on Sunday. It couldn't get that earlier, so pairings will go up late on Sunday night, and we'll get to see that last week. So, are you ready for the full countdown next week?
Am I ready? I mean, mentally, yes, but I still feel like I could improve on a lot of spots. So, and this is my first tournament, and I got to learn a lot. So,
Yeah,
That's awesome. We definitely
that's
hope to see you in action in future tournaments, Beep.
Yeah, I mean, after how awesome this has been, and how I like everyone's personality, I like being here a lot.
This is a great community. I've just found that the a couple of the speedrunning communities that I've been around are phenomenal. This Metroid speedrunning community is amazing. In the randomizer and the vanilla runners, they're all you know they're hoping and cheering for each other and hoping that everyone gets better. And we're seeing that too. You know, this is your first tournament and you're coming in and running against someone who's been running randomizers for. I've watched Joonie for the last 3 years running randomizer, so at least has 2 years on you plus. So, you know, to come in and run against someone, and for most of the race we're right on his tail, like that speaks a lot to your growth in this and learning it as well. And it's just going to make the community better and better as everyone gets better and better.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Vincent.
All right, well, Hockey Towner, any last thoughts?
Shout outs to our tracker stack. Love the trackers for randomizer tournaments. They are the backbone of any randomizer tournament. And definitely shout outs to SpeedGaming and all the people behind the scenes who make the restream possible.
Thanks,
Awesome.
everybody.
Yep, thank you, BeeptodahBoop. And if you guys haven't, give these runners a follow. jooniejoone and BeeptodahBoop. Joonie does a lot of crazy things. I know he's going for a category record. You're going to try something this week. Ben didn't do it while I practice. BeeptodahBoop just said new to tournament runnings, or new to the randomizer tournaments. Go check out his stream as well. You know, as he continues to get better and better and better this game. We saw some great movement from tonight, so go watch that on his channel. Also, again, Captain Stack, thank you for tracking. I've done tracking on a few of these. It's a crazy difficult job to stay in tune all the time and not miss any of those pickups. So thank you very much. And you know, Hockey Towner, been an absolute pleasure doing comms with you tonight.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you, Vincent. Got a strong voice and good knowledge of the game. It's been a blast. So thank you so much for co-commenting.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we are going to head out of here, but before we do, tomorrow we have a good slate of races. MM2 versus Derricksu, which Hockey Towner is doing commentary on, along with Apathy Duck. And got some other races up tomorrow as well that we'll probably be filling out staff, but at least 4 races tomorrow look like they'll be restreamed. You know, more coming this weekend as well. We got the races all the way through the weekend. Really looking forward to those. Really looking forward to week 7 of this tournament as well. We finish into that as we go into that last week and hash out our top 16. So lots of action to check out. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. There are 2 runners who they're not getting restreamed, but Cross Product and Lies and Gasoline are both running their race tonight. So if you go check out those 2 runners, they'll be there. But for Captain Stack on tracking and the Hockey Towner and our racers tonight, thank you very much. We'll see you next time, and we will see you next mission.